friends, myself Asit Kumar Patnaik. Uh, Again, I am coming back to my channel Asit Sarik Komania. So please watch my video till the end. Today I will discuss demand of foreign exchange, sources, reasons, and demand curve. And definitely my video would be interesting one, and you can get all the informations related to the demand of foreign exchange. So I do not want to waste more time. Now I am going to discuss demand of foreign exchange. First question is arising in our mind. One question is incorporate in our mind. When do we make demand on foreign exchange? कब हम फॉरेन एक्सचेंज के ऊपर डिमांड करेंगे? When do we need foreign currencies? When do we need foreign currencies for payment? So related to the demand of foreign exchange, we know that it is outflow of foreign exchange. It is related to the payment of foreign exchange. So what are the sources of demand of foreign exchange? कब हम डिमांड करेंगे फॉरेन करेंसीज के ऊपर? हम जानते हैं फॉरेन एक्सचेंज इट इज़ द करेंसीज ऑफ अदर कंट्रीज अदर दैन डोमेस्टिक करेंसी रुपी. सो पहला जो क्वेश्चन अराइज हो रहा है कब हम डिमांड करेंगे, तो फर्स्ट वन इट इज़ इम्पोर्ट ऑफ गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज. Clear? The same thing I have written. The demand of foreign exchange comes from the people who needed to make payments in foreign currencies. It is demanded by the domestic residents for the following reasons. तो मैं बार बार बताया कब हमको फॉरेन एक्सचेंज और फॉरेन करेंसीज का जरूरत है. डिमांड ऑफ फॉरेन एक्सचेंज मीन्स इट इज रिलेटेड टू द आउटफ्लो ऑफ फॉरेन एक्सचेंज. We want to make payment in the form of foreign exchange or in the form of foreign currencies. So first one, import of goods and services. When Indian residents import goods and services from abroad or from the rest of the world, then value of the imported goods and services paid to the rest of the world in the form of foreign currencies. For example, we import goods and services from USA, then we make payment to the USA in the form of USA dollar. Similarly, when we import goods and services from European countries, then we make payment to them in the form of euro currency. When we import goods and services from Japan, then we make payment to the Japan in the form of yen currency. When we import goods and services from China, then we make payment to the China in the form of renminbi currency. So when we import goods and services, it is we concluded that when we import goods and services, then in this case we need foreign currencies or we need foreign exchange. Next one, tourism. Our people, Indian people, visit to the rest of the world, visit to abroad or visit to foreign countries as a tourist. So they want to visit different pilgrimage places or different tourist places, renowned tourist places across the world. So in this case, they need foreign exchange or foreign currencies and incur expenditure in abroad. Clear? Suppose, for example, our Indian people visit to European countries as a tourist, so they need euro currency to incur expenditure in European countries. Suppose our Indian people want to visit to Britain as a tourist, so they need pound sterling, okay, to incur expenditure in Britain. So in this case, we need foreign currencies or foreign exchange. Next one, unilateral transfers sent to abroad. we know that unilateral transfers, it is one-sided transaction, like gifts, donations, and remit out money to the relatives, friends. Here, unilateral transfer sent to abroad. When Indian residents want to give gift or donations or remit out money to their relatives, to their friends, or to their family members, in this case, we need foreign exchange or foreign currencies. Then in this case, we make demand on foreign currencies or foreign exchange. Clear? It is unilateral transfers sent to abroad. It is one-sided transaction. We give donations, gifts, and remit out money to abroad, but in return, we do not expect anything. Clear? So in this case, related to the unilateral transfers, it is gifts, donations, and okay, money is sent to abroad. We send money to our relatives, those who are residing in abroad. We send money to our family members, those who are residing in abroad. So in this case, gifts, donations, it is related to the both private sector and government. Sometimes government also providing donations to abroad, providing financial assistance to abroad at the time of natural disaster. Clear? Or Indian corporates or any individual of India also send gifts, also send donations. Clear? So in this case, we need foreign currencies or foreign exchange. Purchase of assets in abroad. We know that basically in Indian MNCs, Indian multinational corporations, Indian corporates, they want to acquire assets in rest of the world and having ownership right over it and fully control over the asset. Basically, our investors purchase land, buildings, and also purchase foreign farms and continue production. So it is related to the foreign direct investment. They purchase assets, they acquire assets, and fully control over it and having ownership right over it. So in this case, we need foreign exchange or foreign currencies. Suppose, for example, our Indian MNCs, basically Reliance, Aditya Birla, Asian Paints, Rambaxi, Maruti, Hero Motors, if they want to acquire assets in USA and fully control over it, they want to purchase land, they want to purchase buildings, they want to purchase USA farms and continue production. In this case, they need USA dollar, okay, to acquire the assets and fully control over it. Similarly, purchasing foreign assets like shares and bonds of foreign companies. Next one, related to the foreign portfolio investment. When Indian residents they want to purchase shares and bonds of foreign companies, then in this case they need foreign currencies. Clear? Or they need foreign exchange. For example, when Indian residents they want to purchase shares and bonds of European companies, then in this case Indian residents need euro currency, okay, to purchase shares and bonds of European companies. So in this case, we make demand on foreign currencies or foreign exchange. Related to the repayment of loans to abroad, we know that we basically both Indian corporates and government borrowed from the rest of the world. Government borrow from World Bank, International Monetary Fund, Asian Development Bank, or from foreign governments. Similarly, Indian corporates borrow from foreign banks or borrow from Asian Development Bank or borrow from international financial organization. So in this case, they want to repay. So when they want to repay the loans, then in this case they need foreign exchange, because we know that they borrowed funds from abroad in the form of foreign exchange. Similarly, in case of repayment also they need foreign exchange or foreign currencies to repay the loan amount. So in this case, we make demand on foreign currencies or foreign exchange. Clear? It is repayment of loans to abroad. Similarly, lending to abroad, both private transactions and official transactions. In case of private transactions, Indian corporates lending to foreign firms and foreign companies. Similarly, in case of official transactions, Indian government lending to other foreign governments. So in this case, in case of lending, we need foreign currencies or foreign exchange. Okay, so in that case also we make demand on foreign exchange or foreign currencies. Next one, speculators, basically speculation. We know that speculators, their main aim is buy the foreign currency and selling it and fetches profit. So speculators also, they invest funds on the foreign currencies, and again when the price of the foreign currencies increases, then again they want to sell it and fetches profit. Okay, so in this case, basically speculators make demand on foreign exchange or foreign currencies. So these are the different sources. We make demand. We need foreign currencies. We require foreign exchange or foreign currencies. Okay. So next is reasons for rise in demand for foreign currency. Rise in demand for foreign currency reasons. तो यहाँ पर क्या है कि जब प्राइस ऑफ फॉरेन करेंसी फॉल्स, वैल्यू ऑफ फॉरेन करेंसी फॉल्स और फॉरेन एक्सचेंज रेट फॉल्स, देन डिमांड ऑन इट इंक्रीजेस. ओके, जब फॉरेन करेंसी का प्राइस कम हो जाता है, जब वैल्यू ऑफ फॉरेन करेंसी कम हो जाता है, जब फॉरेन एक्सचेंज रेट कम हो जाता है, तब फॉरेन एक्सचेंज और फॉरेन करेंसीज के ऊपर डिमांड ज़्यादा होता है. क्लियर? फॉर एग्जांपल, सपोज $1 in terms of rupees, $1 was rupees 50, but now the price of dollar or the value of dollar reduced to rupees 40. क्लियर? $1 50 रुपीज़ था, अभी $1 40 रुपीज़ हो गया. तो अभी हमारे लिए, बेसिकली इंडियन रेसिडेंट्स के लिए, हमको 10 रुपीज़ कम देना पड़ेगा $1 को ऑब्टेन करने के लिए. वी पे लेस 10 रुपीज़ टू ऑब्टेन $1. ओके, फॉर एग्जाम्पल यू सी, एक अमेरिकन टी पैकेट का प्राइस $1 था. क्लियर? तो हमको पहले 50 रुपीज़ देना पड़ता था, मेरा एग्जाम्पल में 50 रुपीज़ देना पड़ता था. और अभी नाउ फॉरेन एक्सचेंज और प्राइस ऑफ डॉलर और वैल्यू ऑफ डॉलर रिड्यूस्ड टू रुपीज़ 40, मेरा एग्जाम्पल में. तो जो प्राइस ऑफ अमेरिकन टी पैकेट था, यूएसए टी पैकेट था, वो भी सेम है, $1 है. तो अभी हमको 40 रुपीज़ पेमेंट करना पड़ेगा 1 अमेरिकन टी पैकेट को खरीदने के लिए. पहले हमको 50 रुपीज़ देना पड़ता था, क्योंकि $1 50 रुपीज़ था. अभी $1 40 रुपीज़ हो गया. डॉलर का वैल्यू कम हो चुका है, प्राइस ऑफ डॉलर कम हो चुका है, फॉरेन एक्सचेंज रेट अभी कम हो चुका है. तो अभी हमको 10 रुपीज़ कम देना पड़ेगा वही अमेरिकन टी पैकेट को खरीदने के लिए. क्लियर? सो इससे पता चलता है कि जब प्राइस ऑफ फॉरेन करेंसी फॉल्स, वैल्यू ऑफ फॉरेन करेंसी फॉल्स और फॉरेन एक्सचेंज रेट डिक्रीजेस, देन डिमांड ऑन इट इंक्रीजेस. तो सेम एग्जांपल में दे दिया रिलेटेड टू द इंपोर्ट्स. सो व्हेन प्राइस ऑफ फॉरेन करेंसी फॉल्स, देन इंपोर्टेड गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज आर चीपर फॉर अस. ओके, जो गुड्स हम इंपोर्ट कर रहे हैं फॉरेन कंट्रीज से, वो चीपर हो जाएगा. जैसे एक एग्जांपल दे दिया, यूएसए डॉलर इन टर्म्स ऑफ रुपीज़. ओके, अभी मैं बताया, इफ यूएस डॉलर फॉल्स फ्रॉम रुपीज़ 50 to रुपीज़ 40, देन इंपोर्ट्स फ्रॉम यूएसए इंक्रीजेस, बिकॉज यूएसए गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज आर चीपर फॉर अस. नाउ वी पे 10 रुपीज़ लेस, ओके, टू परचेज $1 वर्थ ऑफ गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज. अभी हमको 10 रुपीज़ कम देना पड़ेगा $1 वर्थ ऑफ गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज परचेज करने के लिए यूएसए से. सो हमारे लिए क्या होगा ना, सिचुएशन फेवरेबल है, इसी समय हम ज़्यादा डॉलर्स के ऊपर डिमांड करेंगे. सो इन दिस केस वी मेक मोर डिमांड ऑन डॉलर्स because we import more goods and services from USA because USA goods and services are cheaper for us. Reason is we pay less 10 rupees to obtain $1. We pay less 10 rupees to purchase $1 worth of goods and services from USA. So ultimate conclusion is when price of foreign currency falls or value of foreign currency falls or foreign exchange rate decreases, then demand on it increases. Okay. So similarly related to the tourism, सेम एग्जाम्पल, जैसे मेरा जो एग्जाम्पल है मैं लिया, $1.50 था, अभी $1.40 है, हमको 10 रुपीज़ कम देना पड़ेगा $1 को ऑप्टेन करने के लिए. तो नाउ बेसिकली related to the tourism, now majority Indian people they want to visit to USA as a tourist, क्योंकि अभी इंडियन पीपल पे लेस 10 रुपीज़ टू ऑप्टेन $1. तो इसी समय वो बेसिकली इंडियन पीपल प्रिफर ओके टू विजिट टू USA एज ए टूरिस्ट. क्लियर. सिमिलरली व्हेन प्राइस ऑफ द फॉरेन करेंसी फॉल, सेम एग्जाम्पल, मेरा जो एग्जाम्पल में मैं लिया $1.50 था, अभी वो रिड्यूस होकर $40 हो गया मेरा एग्जाम्पल में. तो इसी समय बेसिकली इंडियन इन्वेस्टर्स they want to invest more funds in abroad. Reason वही है because now Indian investors pay less 10 rupees to obtain $1. $1 को प्राप्त करने के लिए उनको 10 रुपीज़ कम देना पड़ेगा. जैसे मेरा एग्जाम्पल में मैं बताया, ओके, मेरा एग्जाम्पल में जो है $1.50 है, अभी वो कम होकर $1.40 हो चुका है. तो इसमें जब प्राइस ऑफ डॉलर फॉल्स देन डिमांड ऑन इट इंक्रीजेस. बेसिकली इंडियन इन्वेस्टर्स इसी समय वो ज़्यादा इन्वेस्ट करेंगे बेसिकली यूएसए में. क्लियर. सो सिमिलरली सपोज वन रिलेटेड टू द यूरो करेंसी, सपोज €1 करेंसी was 80 rupees, but now it is reduced to 70 rupees. €1 currency now reduced to 70 rupees. So now Indian investors they want to invest more funds in European countries because Indian investors pay less 10 rupees to obtain €1 currency in my example. So in this case also conclusion that when price of foreign currency falls, then Indian investors invest more funds in abroad and acquire assets and having ownership right over it and continue production. Similarly, when price of a foreign currency falls, then Indian speculators they invest funds on the foreign currencies. They want to purchase more foreign currencies because now price of foreign currency falls. जैसे मेरा एग्जाम्पल है, $1.50 था, अभी $1.40 हो गया. तो अभी हमारा जो स्पेकुलेटर्स है वो अभी डॉलर्स खरीदेंगे, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा डॉलर्स खरीदेंगे. ओके, क्योंकि अभी उनको 10 रुपीज़ कम देना पड़ता है $1 को खरीदने के लिए. ओके, फिर जब प्राइस ऑफ डॉलर इंक्रीजेस देन एट दैट टाइम दे सेल इट एंड फेचेस प्रॉफिट. So due to this, again we conclude that when price of foreign currency falls, then demand on it increases. Similarly, when price of a foreign currency falls, again demand for this currency increases. ये जो एग्जाम्पल, वही एग्जाम्पल मेरा जो एग्जाम्पल है, जैसे €1 करेंसी वो 90 रुपीज़ था, अभी वो कम होकर 70 रुपीज़ हो गया. €1 करेंसी 90 रुपीज़ था, अभी वो 70 रुपीज़ हो गया. तो इसी समय हम ज़्यादा गिफ्ट्स, डोनेशंस और मनी रेमिट करेंगे जो बेसिकली यूरोपियन कंट्रीज़ को. ओके, जो हमारा रिलेटिव्स, जो हमारा फैमिली मेम्बर्स, जो हमारा फ्रेंड्स सब यूरोपियन कंट्रीज़ में हैं, अभी उनको मनी रेमिट आउट करेंगे और उनको गिफ्ट्स, डोनेशंस देंगे. ओके, सो बिकॉज प्राइस ऑफ यूरो करेंसी फॉल्स देन डेफिनेटली डिमांड ऑन इट इंक्रीजेस. Clear. So it is the reasons for rise in demand, okay, of foreign currency. So demand curve, what demand curve shows, it shows the relationship between price of foreign currency and demand on it. Basically it shows the relationship between foreign exchange rate and demand on foreign exchange. So we know that when price of foreign currency falls, or foreign exchange rate falls, or value of the foreign currency falls, then demand of foreign exchange basically increases. So there is inverse relationship between demand of foreign exchange and foreign exchange rate. So due to this, the demand curve of foreign exchange is sloping downward from left to right. It is sloping downward from left to right because there is an inverse relationship between foreign exchange rate and demand on it. So same way diagram just I have drawn dollar in terms of rupees. When exchange rate was OR 0, then demand of foreign exchange, it is OQ. Suppose OR 0, suppose it is $1, it is equal to, you see in the diagram, when exchange rate is OR, OR means, suppose in my example $1 is equal to 50 rupees, then demand on dollar is OQ, okay, OQ units. तो जब OR था एक्सचेंज रेट, जैसे मेरा एग्जांपल में $1 इज इक्वल टू 50 रुपीज, ओके. So in this case, demand of foreign exchange or demand of dollar is OQ units. Then when price of dollar falls, foreign exchange rate falls or value of dollar falls, OR to OR 0, मेरा एग्जांपल में जब $1 कम होकर 40 रुपीज हो गया, 50 से कम होकर 40 रुपीज हो गया, then demand on it increases. So demand on it increases from OQ to OQ1 units. So इससे पता चलता है when foreign exchange rate falls, when price of foreign currency falls, or when value of the foreign currency falls, demand on it increases. So in this case, demand curve is it is DD, it is sloping downward from left to right. Okay friends, so इतना ही. फिर नेक्स्ट वीडियो में मैं सप्लाई ऑफ फॉरेन एक्सचेंज के ऊपर डिस्कस करूँगा. So please watch the video till the end and subscribe my channel Asit Sarikoomania. Thank you.